Hey guys, this is Matt Brunet, and welcome to Movie News Weekly, hosted by FilmBook. Now before we begin, let's take a look at what we got in this week's news, which includes December starting with the November movies, the animation powerhouses, the sequel without the main characters, Jodie in the Ink Factory, Star Wars tickets are selling quick again, who will believe in Harvey Dent, the gym leader of the movie, Goodman is the captain, the critics powerhouses, and Amy's a Barbie girl in a Barbie world. So with that said, let's get things started. Well, there's nothing new to start off December, so let's just stick with what we got now. Moana and Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them still remain in the top spot at the box office this weekend in first and second place respectively, where the Disney animated hit had gotten more than $28 million and the Harry Potter spin-off earned about $18.5 million. Meanwhile, several movies decided to switch spots, like how Arrival and Doctor Strange switched their third and fifth place spot, where the sci-fi drama got a boost with more than $7 million, and the Marvel movie went down to about $6.5 million, with Allied stuck in the middle with just $7 million. The only new movie this week, Incarnate, started off poorly as it sits in 9th place with more than $2.5 million behind Trolls with less than $5 million, Hacksaw Ridge with less than $3.5 million, and Bad Santa with more than $3 million. You'd be amazed at the power of a little boy with his guitar and a bunch of talking animals. Asifa Hollywood announced the nominations for the 44th Annual Annie Awards, which is an award ceremony completely dedicated to the medium of animation. Among the nominees, the one who collected the most nominations this year is Disney's Zootopia with 11, while the stop-motion film Kubo and the Two Strings presented itself as a strong competitor with 10. Other animated films with a good amount of nominations include Moana, The Red Turtle, Kung Fu Panda 3, and Trolls. The ceremony will also be handing out juried awards like the Winsor McKay Award, Ub Iwerks Award, June Foray Award, and more to Disney animator Dale Baer, director and animator Caroline Leaf, Ghost in the Shell director Mamoru Oshii, Google Spotlight's virtual reality program, Fern Gully the Last Rainforest director and animator Bill and Sue Croyer, and the documentary Life Animated. Well, this is rather awkward for Emily. Taylor Sheridan, the writer of 2015's Sicario, announced that he will be writing out Kate Macer, the main character in the film played by Emily Blunt, out of the sequel. He stated, "I have to tell the story that was true to this role, and I didn't feel like I could create something with that character that would further that world that would do Emily's character justice. That said, there could be room for her character somewhere else down the road." Although Blunt will not be returning, the other stars of the feature, Benicio del Toro and Josh Brolin, shall be reprising their roles. The sequel will be in the hands of Stefana Sollima and is expected to be released in 2017. One room for Miss Foster, please? Jodie Foster has signed on to the Ink Factory in order to star in Hotel Armistice. The movie will be the directorial debut of Drew Pearce, who previously was a writer for films such as Godzilla, Iron Man 3, and Mission Impossible Rogue Nation. Pearce is also the writer of the feature by describing it as a thriller in its own distinctive crime universe, and he will be the executive producer under his Point of No Return production banner. On top of the Ink Factory financing, both Adam Siegel and Mark Platt of Mark Platt Productions will be aboard as producers. Production is hoping to begin sometime either in May or June of next year. The force is strong with these tickets. Again. According to IMAX Entertainment CEO Greg Foster, Rogue One, a Star Wars story, has earned the record for the second highest first-day ticket pre-sales in the history of the domestic box office. He stated, "There's a strong sense of optimism about the movie. There's a sense that the consumer marketplace has embraced the film in its first 36 hours. Although no word on how many tickets did it sold so far, box office analysts are predicting that it could open up with $130 million. The only movie that made it higher than Rogue One is Star Wars The Force Awakens, which began with a massive $248 million. People are getting ready to use their tickets on December 16th. Harvey Dent can't get away from what he has to become. Chris McKay, the director of the upcoming The Lego Batman movie, has confirmed on Twitter that Billy D. Williams will be playing one of Batman's nemesis, Harvey Dent, also known as Two-Face. The significance with this casting is that although it will be Williams' first time playing the villain, he was previously portrayed as only Harvey Dent in the 1989 Batman film directed by Tim Burton. During that time, he was excited to become Two-Face in a potential sequel, but the franchise moved in a different direction once Joel Schumacher came in as Batman's new director and the role of Two-Face was given to Tommy Lee Jones. Batman will be the master builder once again on February 20th, 2017. Letterman, I choose you! Legendary Entertainment has signed on Rob Letterman to be the director of the live-action Pokemon movie Detective Pikachu. Letterman's directing background mostly comes from working at DreamWorks Animation, as he is the man behind the Oscar-nominated Shark Tale and Monsters vs. Aliens. Recently, he touched upon Sony's Goosebumps, which enters more into Detective Pikachu's area as a live-action film mixed with some computer animation. Universal also announced that it will be handling the distribution to the picture, while Toho will take care of it solely in Japan, like they did with the 2014 reboot of Godzilla. Time to bring in the Goodman into some sci-fi action. John Goodman signed on to star in Rupert Wyatt's next sci-fi feature, Captain State. Although the plot of the feature is kept under wraps, Wyatt will also be producing it next to David Crockett and will use a script written by his wife, Erica Brini. This will be added to the long list of upcoming movies that Goodman will be featured in after his appearance in 10 Cloverfield Lane, including Kong Skull Island, The Coldest City, Valerian and the City of a Thousand Planets, and shall lend his voice in the next Transformers film, The Last Knight. A few months ago, Captain State was the subject of a huge bidding war, and it ended up in the hands of participant media. We started off with the animator's choice, now let's go with the critics. The nominations for the Critics' Choice Awards have been announced, and the one ranking up the most nominees is La La Land with 12, including Best Picture, Best Director, Ryan Gosling for Best Actor, and Emma Stone for Best Actress. However, not far behind comes a couple of dramas with a good portion of nominations like Moonlight and Arrival, each having 10. The other movies nominated for Best Picture that earned a nice chunk of nominations themselves include Fences, Hacksaw Ridge, Hell or High Water, Lion, Loving, Manchester by the Sea, and Sully. The award show will be presented on December 11th. Barbie's got a brand new look, and she might be going for that girl from Trainwreck. Sony is in talks with Amy Schumer to star in their live-action feature of Barbie, based on the popular brand of dolls by Mattel. Originally written by Hillary Winston, but it could get some rewrites from Schumer's sister, Kim Caramel, the story is said to be in the veins of movies like Enchanted, where the main character gets kicked out of Barbie Land and go on a real-world adventure. Sony originally made a deal with Mattel to turn Barbie into a movie in 2014, and now Amy Pascal, Laurie MacDonald, and Walter F. Parkers will be the producers. The company is hoping that the feature will get released in the summer of 2018. And that's all I've got for this week. Thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget to head on down to film-book.com for all the latest movie and TV news, along with their columns on the box office and their theatrical release schedule. Also, you can follow them on whatever social media you'd like. And while you're at it, you can follow me on my YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter if you're more into stuff like animation, Disney, and my weird sense of humor. If you were watching this on YouTube, then hit that like button and come subscribe to us, and also leave a little comment on what you think on the news this week. If you were listening to this on a podcast on iTunes or any other podcast service, then don't forget to rate and review what you just heard. Tune in next time for another round of Movie News Weekly, and until next week, see you later, dudes!